Three news stories for you. Firstly, after the lifting of national emergency, Ethiopian government is focused on reviving its shattered economy. Ethiopian bonds are performing extremely well. A news source have shared this year's report about Ethiopian bonds, which are performing extremely well in international markets. Secondly, viewers, yesterday a festival was celebrated in Amhara region. uh, Agaw Horseman Festival was celebrated yesterday. Yilkal Kifale, Amhara president, was also part of celebrations. He delivered a speech too. What is this Agaw Horseman Festival? And lastly, viewers, in a previous video yesterday, I told you about disagreements between ARDUF and TPLF. ARDUF, Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front, ARDUF. There were differences, disagreements between the two groups, and now a statement has been issued by ARDUF. It seems that ARDUF has parted its ways with TPLF. ARDUF and other 8 members, total 9 members, 9 groups signed an agreement. They formed an alliance against Ethiopian government at the start of November in the US. What is ARDUF saying in the statement? Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian economy, which was one of the fastest growing economies in the world before the start of Tigray conflict, was shattered in the course of this war. Now, there are signs of revival after PM Abiy announced lifting of national emergency. Economic activity is gaining pace. Ethiopian bonds are performing extremely well. Yesterday, international news outlet shared a report saying that out of 82 developing countries right now, Ethiopian bonds are performing extremely well. In January, Ethiopian bonds were well received in international markets. So now Ethiopian government is focusing on its economy. That's very much clear, viewers. That is why we say that there is no chance of any new offensive on Tigray. Ethiopian government, Ethiopian National Defense Force, they are not interested in launching a new attack on Tigray. They just want to repair their ties with international financial institutions, with the governments which have influence on these institutions like the US, the EU, and Ethiopian government is in the process of reviving its economy. Ethiopian diaspora is also helping a lot. Ethiopian government is relying on their support. So in coming days, we could see more good news for Ethiopian economy, for the people of Ethiopia, because ultimately these economic benefits will have their positive impact on the lives of people living in Ethiopia. Now, secondly, viewers, yesterday in Amhara region, a festival was celebrated in which Yilkal Kifale, president of Amhara region, participated. Agaw Horseman Festival is the name of these celebrations. Agaw Horseman Association was established 82 years ago. This association commemorates the services of Agaw horsemen who participated in the Second World War. And every year, this celebration is seen in Amhara region, mostly in those areas where Agaws live. And yesterday, Yilkal Kifale was a chief guest at one of these ceremonies. he delivered a speech to very colorful festival of Agaw ethnic community. Watch a few clips of this Agaw Horseman Festival, which happened yesterday, in the next news story.
ክብርት ወይዘሮ ፋንቱ ተስፋዬ የክልላችን ምክር ቤት አፈ ጉባኤ፣ የተከበራችሁ የሕዝብ ተወካዮች ምክር ቤት አባላት፣ ሚኒስትሮች፣ የፌዴራልና የክልል ከፍተኛ የመንግስት ኃላፊዎች፣ የእንጅባራ ከተማ አመራሮች እና ነዋሪዎች፣ ከሁሉም በላይ የተወደዳችሁ የአገው ፈረሰኞች ማህበር አባላት፣ ክቡራትና ክቡራን፣ ከሁሉ አስቀድሜ
Lastly, viewers, very important news story. A group which signed an agreement which became a part of 9-member alliance against Ethiopian government has decided to leave this group. Name of this group is ARDUF Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front. ARDUF and 8 other groups, including Tigray Population Front, formed an alliance against Ethiopian government at the start of November last year. But ARDUF is the first group which has parted its ways with the alliance. A statement has been issued by ARDUF. Yesterday, I told you about emerging disagreements between ARDUF and TPLF regarding TDF's new offensive on Afar region. ARDF in the statement says that 5-hour-long meeting was held with TPLF leaders. According to ARDUF, in the meeting, TPLF members said that the offensive on Afar will continue. That is why it has decided to end its partnership with the alliance. ARDUF says that civilians are being killed, children, elderly, are the victims of this aggression. Tens of thousands have been displaced. That is why ARDUF has decided to stand with the people of Ethiopia, to stand with the people of Afar. And ARDUF says it will uphold federalism. It's not a separatist group. It wants Afar to be part of Ethiopia. It will continue its struggle along with other similar entities. Now, I have a few questions. Firstly, when Tigray forces were trying to move towards Ethiopia-Djibouti road, we have seen 2 attempts, I think, since July last year. When TDF was moving towards Mile, were there no civilian casualties? Were there no displacements? Why is that? When TDF was moving towards Ethiopia-Djibouti road, ARDUF was in alliance with Tigray Population Front. And now when Tigray forces have been pushed back towards Tigray and fighting is just on Afar Tigray border areas, this group is leaving the alliance. It's very much clear that the group is parting its ways with the alliance because it sees TPLF no more as a significant political force at federal level. It knows that alliance with TPLF will not serve the purpose of ARDUF. And it's not beneficial for ARDUF. In Afar, on federal level, ARDUF will gain nothing from this alliance with TPLF. TPLF now seems to have no chance to reach Addis Ababa. That is why ARDUF has parted its ways with the alliance. Otherwise, civilians have been killed during the fighting which was happening in Afar between July and December last year. The 9-party alliance is doomed to fail. Why? Because there are no genuine political forces part of the alliance. Only TPLF is the major political force, then OLA is a major group. All other groups are small groups. They don't have any considerable presence in the regions from where they are. So the group is bound to disintegrate. ARDUF is the first group which is distancing itself from this alliance. The alliance will disintegrate gradually because TPLF could not form alliance with major political factions like OFC, OLF, some parties in Amhara region, then ONLF. So major political forces, regional and federal, they are not part of this alliance. That is why the alliance is, it will disintegrate gradually in coming days, you will see. Now, Tigray forces are not in a position to support Sidama National Liberation Front or Somali Liberation Front or Gambela fighters. So they will get nothing out of this alliance. That is why these groups will leave this alliance. So, or even if the alliance remains, it will have no impact on Ethiopian politics. Thank you for watching.